Hello everybody, welcome back to AS Jake, and today we are returning once again to one of the staple series of this channel, Worst Tattoos. Welcome to part 21. I think I did that right. Anyway, first one up we have is this one. Starting things off with a good old-fashioned, nightmare-inducing portrait tattoo. If I had a pound for every one of these I'd seen in this series, then my god, I could probably afford to buy something rather expensive anyway. Now, I'm not trying to be racist here or anything. This is just an observation. However, this baby looks to be Chinese? Hard to say for sure because of how bad the tattoo is. Honestly, given the experience I've had with viewing a lot of these portrait tattoos, you really can't tell much about the original face model based on the work. So, this baby could be Chinese and fucking pug ugly with the worst teeth in history, or they could not look anything like this. I don't know, it's really hard to tell because these tattoos are just like really inconsistent. And I know I'm going to try and make out what the hell the text at the bottom says. I think it says Katie Bug. That's probably as close as I'm ever going to get to being able to read whatever the fuck that monstrosity is. So I'm assuming that's the name of this baby. I feel sorry for Katie Bug if that's the case. Oh my god, this one's even worse. What? This kid looks like burnt bacon. Is this meant to be a kid or an adult? I can't tell because, I don't know, the facial features make this look like quite a young person, but on the ear it looks like there's a piercing, so I'm not really sure what's going on with this monstrosity of so-called ink art, body art, artwork. Yeah, this is one of the trickier ones to try and figure out. I'm not really sure what I'm looking at in all honesty. All I know is I don't like it. Looks sunburn. Why does it look sunburn? Why is shading so difficult for some people? Like, I'm not really one to talk because I'm terrible at art and all that, but like, if you're going out there and claiming to be a tattoo artist and setting up a shop and doing work for people, you should at least be confident in your abilities to be able to do art techniques, you know? Moving away from the portrait tattoos for a moment, and we have whatever the hell this is. Not quite sure what this one means. Don't mess with pizza. With a pizza slice shaped like Texas. No idea what this is supposed to mean. The first thing that came to my mind when I found this one was that scene in Spaceballs where they have a Jabba the Hutt parody and it's just made a pizza and he's called Pizza the Hutt. And yeah, it's like, don't mess with the pizza. That's all I could imagine when I saw this tattoo. Or else pizza is gonna have to call out for you. At the very least, it's a pretty harmless tattoo. It's just something kind of silly. It's still pretty damn stupid, but at least it's not something like terribly awful like the last two that we had. And if there was ever an image to summarise the absolute epitome of the stereotypical British football fan, hooligan, lad type persona, it would be this! Stupid! Yeah, you're not freaking kidding. Well, at least this guy is honest enough to get a description of himself tattooed across his forehead. Although looking at this guy, I get the impression that it's a miracle that he even managed to get the letters the right way around. I don't know why I'm so judgmental when I do these videos. It's just, I don't know what it is. I think since I started working in retail 6 months back, I've just become exponentially more judgmental of people. I think that's what it is. Alright, this next one's a little offensive. You might want to prepare yourselves for this one. Here we have, It's Raining Men, and yes, this is a really tasteless and probably borderline offensive tattoo depicting the 9/11 terrorist attacks in a humorous way. I mean, I've laughed at 9/11 jokes as much as the next guy. I mean, they're kind of funny if you're into dark humour, but I can't help but thinking this may be a little bit too far. I don't know. I find it funny personally. I probably shouldn't, but I don't know if it's the sort of thing you should have got tattooed. That might not go down well with some people. Alright, this next one is just plain shit. And I mean literally shit. Look at it. You thought I was joking. No, this one literally is shit. An entire back tattoo. This is like a third of somebody's back space taken up at least, with just a terribly drawn turd pile and some massive flies around it for some reason. Is it just me or are those flies a bit bigger than what they should be? Oh, I know. What? I'm focusing on the wrong thing here. The fact that she's even got this in in the first place is probably the bigger issue, I think. Again, I don't mean to be judgmental, or maybe I do, but I feel like I can get a good idea of this person's character and what they get up to based on just this image, and it's not looking pretty. You know, over the course of 21 episodes and about 5 years of doing this series, this is actually the first time I've seen somebody with literal shit tattooed on themselves. That's honestly surprising we made it this long before I saw something like that. And this one is... well, if this isn't just the epitome of American stereotypical stupidity, then I don't know what is. America! Eagle! And if you look closely, it's tearing up books, and the eagle is shouting, "Reading is for faggots." Reading is for faggots, you say? Well... that was a terrible joke, I don't know why I made that. I think we can class this in the same vein as that 9/11 tattoo from a couple minutes back. This is kind of the same sort of stereotypical knuckle-dragging idiocy with some rather offensive undertones in it. As far as the tattoos go, it's a really well done tattoo, it's just the idea is the problem here, not the actual finished product itself, I think. This one's nice and simple, it's just the Nandos logo. Why you get the Nandos logo, I have no idea. Do you really love Nandos that much? I've been to Nandos exactly once, and it was alright. I'm pretty sure I got like the one thing on the menu that wasn't spicy because I'm a pussy like that, but hey, it was alright. Definitely not something I get tattooed on myself though, but it's relatively harmless compared to some of these other ones. So we go from a very harmless, funny little tattoo that's not hurting anybody to this fucking monstrosity. I don't get how people can get tattoos on the inside of their lips. Like, the healing process for that must be a real son of a bitch. Not to mention actually getting it must hurt like hell. How do you even do that? I'm just now wondering, how do you actually go about... Because you'd have to, like... Logistically speaking, how would you even do this? Like, you must have to really grab your bottom lip, hold it there like that. All the tattoo artists tries to use the needle and do it along. How do you manage that? These people must have like the biggest lip space of all time. It's ridiculous. I don't know. Also, urinal. You think of what I'm thinking? Yes, this person is implying that they drink piss. And I don't feel comfortable looking at this anymore. This is a horrendous idea for a tattoo. I'm surprised you even went ahead with it. You must have been drunk. Drunk on all the fermented piss you probably drank before you went in to get this. And the last one for the day is... oh my god. So you know how earlier on I said that this was the first time in 5 years and 21 episodes that I'd seen somebody with literal shit tattooed on themselves? Well, this video we get 2 instances of literal shit tattooed on people. This one's the poop emoji, so it's a bit less shitty. It's still pretty shitty, actually. I don't know why I said that. All it is it's got a face on it. Why? And it's on the hand as well. Why? At least with the other person who was on their back. Hardly anyone's going to see that unless they're having sex with them. At least with that, you could cover it up. This is on a hand. You've got a poop emoji on your hand. I don't know why you're doing that. Whatever that is, as if you're cool. You're not cool. You're an embarrassment to your family, Kevin. Please go and reassess your life choices. I'm out of here. In all honesty though, this is a pretty nice way to end the video. This is just the brilliant brown icing on the shit-filled cake that was Worst Tattoos Part 21. Leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you haven't already. Be back in a week with another video. And yeah, as always, moral of the story is, think before you ink. Bye bye everybody.